Hello, and welcome to episode number 30 of Dark Lurkers 2, Scholars of Peregrine's High School Years. I'm your host, Niko, they, them, and I am joined as always by Peregrine, they, them.
As we go on, we remember.
Unfortunately.
No elation.
We also have Mo, he, him.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
It's going all right. And we also have Sparkletone, they, them.
We were talking about some stuff before we started recording, and it is only now just sinking into me how incredible this opening camera angle is.
Oh, it's so good. All right. Well, the next thing in my intro is the rules for the series, which I haven't read in like 6 episodes because if you're still watching at this point, you know what it is. So
Yep.
You already know what it is.
So yeah, this is episode number 30. It's been a long stretch so far, but we're one DLC down. We've got the second one. We checked it out last week. We just walked in there, and but we talked about doing maybe a respec and changing up our build a bit as we get toward the end of the game. Talked about it in between recordings, and yeah, decided that we were going to go ahead and get us a moonlit greatsword. And so we were maybe thinking about the dragon tooth, but moonlit greatsword is what it's going to be. And so we'll start off tonight by going and getting that, and then we'll take it into the DLC with us and see how that goes.
First things first, I have a note here from the previous episode that says put Stone Rin back on. I don't know who Rin is, but
I think you're talking about the ring.
In the popular Fate franchise of
I was going to ask, is that a Toho that I was thinking of?
Well, there is a Toho.
That bonfire.
Devine.
I'll direct you.
Dean is the cat who collects souls and ferries them to the underworld. She has a wheelbarrow and blue flames and is very
light your
good.
torch once you have the ring on. So for the viewers who don't know, to get the Moonlight Greatsword in this particular Souls game, you need to kill a particular boss at their NG plus difficulty. However, you can still get it in regular NG if you use a bonfire ascetic on the proper fire.
Sorry to interrupt you for just 1 second, but content warning for spiders coming up. We are back in the spider pits.
Yep,
you
that
can
is
see
where
one.
we're headed.
Yeah.
We did not get the
Infinite
bonfire
fun
that we
zone.
need to ascetic, which we will hear in just a second. And yeah,
God, that always gives me the creeps.
Duke's Dear Freya, don't go. The drop down should be here. Okay,
I need
so
to drop?
see where there's a note like directly in front of you? Yeah, so walk very carefully because there's like a bit where you bonk your head, but if you... Perfect. Right in there is where we want to go.
We didn't get this bonfire?
No, I remembered there being some rooms
not?
that I had not gone in, and I just like got tired of exploring the zone because I think it's not laid out very well.
This was actually one of the first zones I ever streamed in a Souls game, and I had that exact same conclusion.
Yeah, especially when you're like under pressure to perform and be entertaining. It's just not a fun. It's not a fun time.
It's also it's a little confusingly laid out. Like I knew that the bonfire was here, but couldn't remember which specific door on the cliff faces led to it. Until I needed to visit Ornifex and get some spells for platinum stuff the other week. So that's the bonfire. That's a load of spiders.
Yep.
Well, but they don't like fire, so if you light the bonfire, then,
Yeah, I remember seeing
if you
this
light the bonfire
grate and not being able to come in here. So
yeah, because you have to come down from above.
you need a greatsword to get through that grate.
Open the door and then sit down, and they will reset, and we can just kind of ignore them.
Oh, there's a wait.
Or you can do a murder. They're not really worth the money to us.
This is the door.
Yeah, that is the door out to the courtyard.
One downside with using this helm is I have to be really careful to not light my face on fire. That would be bad.
I think we'll manage.
Cannot use bonfire.
Yeah, because they're standing right next to it. There's.
All right.
It's sort of like when you go to take a shower and there's a spider in the shower. You're actually like incapable of taking a shower.
I guess not.
Wouldn't you just... Why? Because of the spider being scary, or because of the...
I mean, I think the method, it can vary person to person. I always had that thing of like, what if the spider tries to touch me when I am vulnerable in the shower? Which, you know, I'm a fan of spiders, but I didn't always like spiders growing up, and you know, we had our tensions.
Oh, I've had the spider in the shower and decided I didn't need to take a shower that morning. So
yeah, right. Like this
hit
is
him with a little bit of
burn.
But don't you just hit him with a little bit of water?
Is this what we're doing?
It's like,
what if it's grass type? What if it's what if that spider is not weak
I don't know what grass type is.
What is done cannot be undone.
Wait,
I love that message.
Ominous.
What?
Okay, we are good. You can put the torch away if you lit one in.
I think I did.
Place.
Let's risk
yeah,
it, I guess.
We need to. Like we're kind of end game leveled, so like stuff will do a little more damage, but not. We'll be fine.
That spider was red. I just need to remember where the fuck I was going. So I need to go like in one of these doors and go up to get.
Other part of the zone, so we want to go behind us.
This way.
Yeah, kind of around to the side here, past the sconce.
Woo!
Through here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Guthrie.
Bowman Guthrie.
We'll be
play.
Fine. Here we go.
With Guthrie.
Good old Guth, as he likes to be called.
Yep. Good old Guth is definitely the name.
Guth.
Uh-oh. Found you.
No, this isn't. Wow. This isn't Bowman Guthrie. This is a red spirit that is just there in NG+.
Oh.
That's sick. This is what happens when you use a sweet aesthetic somewhere. Is you get new friends. You make new friends.
You get killed by spiders.
And it's great. Friends are great.
I was surprised at how many of them there are when I had to go through all of this. We have plenty of butterflies, so we can wait till we're at the church and use one there.
Oh, okay. I've also
and
got
have our spells
too, so.
to do the fighting here.
I've realized that I never actually used a bonfire aesthetic when I played DS2 because I had no idea to just like that message when you did.
Now that I think about it, I still haven't, because when I was doing platinum stuff, there was no point in using bonfire aesthetics because to get everything you need without a ridiculous amount of like online stuff. Yeah, so the torch sconce is like behind us.
I definitely did not light that one. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go.
That's okay. We can light it.
I don't want to fight
if
Minecraft Steve again.
Try.
That did not work for me. Oh,
Nope.
Climb up. Nope, I can't.
Nope. That's okay. I think we had the same thing happen the first time because the slower moving spider person in that left door like takes a while to come out of that room.
I think I'll just bring the torch with me because I was just running past everything anyway, so.
Sure.
It'll be nice to have the spiders leave me alone in that room.
Having the sconce lit in that room will also give you a nice little spot to like deal with stuff before kind of moving forward. But yeah, I was saying some of the like Covenant reward spells eventually get sold by Welliger in like NG+2. So instead of doing like 300 PvP matches to get a trophy, you just run through the game.
Please let me climb.
No.
Please climb.
We did this last time.
Oh my god.
It's worked before. I've definitely done this
I'm
run.
pretty sure we baited the Spider-Man out of the room. And then
Yeah,
went
well, we all know how I feel about Spider-Man.
I was reading on the Bird Hell site before we started recording that Sony has announced that Tom Holland, speaking of Spider-Man, is going to be Nathan Drake in an Uncharted movie.
The only PlayStation exclusive character worse than PlayStation Spider-Man.
I just feel like Tom Holland isn't right for... Like, Nathan Drake
Isn't Tom Holland like 19 years old?
Yeah, maybe it's just because I've only been seeing him playing like a high schooler, and you know,
Nathan
he has
Drake
extreme.
is a borderline washed, like late 30s, early 40s guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Nathan Drake is just Nathan Fillion, like now.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing young.
I definitely
young
cannot
Charted.
wait. I can't wait for Nathan Drake to announce his entrance into the Democratic primary for 2020.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like Tom Cruise
Honestly,
in
Nathan
the
Drake
Mummy,
could enter and would be like number 3 for me, but we shouldn't do that on this channel.
Like
right now.
Tom Cruise in The Mummy is a better choice for Nathan Drake because he's like, even though he'd still be playing like 15 years younger than Tom Cruise is.
But what if they're doing like a kind of prequel, like young Nathan Drake, where he's not an irredeemable garbage man? He's only like half that.
Irredeemable garbage man is the whole character, though. So I don't know.
Well, it shows.
The cutscene is the same. We can skip it.
Yeah.
Becoming it.
Is there
I
a
guess.
skip button? Oh, there we go.
Sure is. So,
I forgot that I should have kept my torch out.
Yep. Freya fights the same. It just has more health and does a bit more damage.
And you took your torch away, so...
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you just fuck up. Let's just,
Hurry.
There it is. Oh.
I think you need to change your hat.
No, it's great.
I think it's that hat is bad vibes.
I'm pretty sure it was the giant laser beam and not the hat that did us in there.
A lot of things happened at once. Hat pinned at once.
So speaking of Nathan Drake and Spider-Man and stuff, so E3 just wrapped up. What did y'all think? I, for one, am really glad that you can now finally date the other villagers in Animal Crossing. That's something that I've wanted for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to that feature.
I was super shocked, personally, by the Metroid Prime 4 Out Now reveal.
Oh, yeah.
That was just, made my year, basically.
I spent most of this evening giggling at a Photoshop that brings back a Bloodborne cart, but then works in the From Software George R.R. Martin rumors, and so it's like a fake title screen for Bloodborne cart, but it has Tyrion in a go-kart photoshopped onto it, and it's Bloodborne cart, the ampersand from Sonic and Knuckles, Game of Thrones.
What is
Bloodborne cart?
Bloodborne cart?
Oh, you
Mo.
don't remember. I have something to show
Mo.
you, Mo.
It's only the best kart racer ever.
It's
what?
one of the best fake E3 leaks of the last few years. Let me find the...
Why else do you think
Oh.
Logarius used a wheel?
Heyo.
Personally, I am just surprised that Blizzard so on the nose gave a middle finger to Valve by announcing Overwatch 2 just so that it could announce Overwatch 3 at E3.
Yeah, that was a real surprise.
It seemed kind of like spiteful and unproductive, you know, but at the same time, I don't know what else anyone else is expecting from Blizzard, so...
Maybe
Oh, that's
racist
right, I
along
used-
with spiteful and unproductive?
I think I put my staff in my right hand for this fight.
The
Wait,
other thing
did you
that
not
was really,
switch it?
Nope.
really wild to me was that Respawn announced that Kyle Katarn was the protagonist for their Star Wars game. I didn't see that coming.
Oh,
I think Kyle Katarn is slightly less boring than the nothing protagonist that they did announce, so I'm not...
Oh, did they announce a boring schmo who isn't Kyle Katarn?
Yeah, it's a white dude in that game. There are like more interesting people in that cast. In fact, everyone else they showed is more interesting. But
Isn't Kyle Katarn a white dude?
Kyle Katarn is super a white dude.
Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't just trying to follow along.
I'm less
Kyle
bothered by
Katarn
that
is-
announcement.
Kyle Katarn is like Nathan Drake if Nathan Drake was going to find out that he has force powers about 3/4 of the way through the game. Please heal up.
I'm waiting for an opportunity. I can't do it when it's about to attack. Okay.
I'm more upset by
Gosh.
the Stardew Valley style spin-off to that Star Wars game called Settlers of Catan.
Oh God.
Like, you visit Kyle Katarn's like family farm at one point in one of the Dark Forces games. I'm sorry, this is still...
Oh my god! See, I knew it was a good joke. Deep down somewhere, as with all of my jokes, if you dig deep enough and know
Still
the
more
lore-
compliant.
Really, all of my humor is amazing if you just understand the lore behind it.
I posted something in our chat just now that is a lot. I've just been finding the most links on Twitter today.
You have been more online than usual, which is...
It's been a
Unhealthy,
day of that.
really.
That has been everyone all day today.
What?
Terminally
Being super
online,
online.
myself included.
Yeah.
Stop
It's
puking.
been a Thursday. I know this is airing not on Thursday, but for us, it's been a Thursday. Ow.
It's been a Wednesday. Wait. It's been a day.
It's been a Thursday.
It's been 1 week since E3 when we looked at video
It's been-
games and said, I'm angry.
It's been 1 week since we had E3. Looking at games and saying that we're angry.
Hey, I did it. I didn't even need my staff.
No, that was real good.
Awesome.
That old Pale
Wow,
Drake soul
84,000.
is,
Yeah, maybe I won't need to respec. I can just pop some souls.
Yeah, that old Pale Drake soul is the
Even I'm gonna put this out there.
the thing that it didn't drop in regular NG. We can feather out.
Because in regular
Oh, yeah.
NG, it has enough time to fully digest that soul before we can
Gonna
get to
put
it.
this out there. Even if you can just get the stuff, you should still respec.
Okay, is there
no,
something?
Why?
No.
Is there
Respect
something cool
just
that
to-
happens?
Just to see the menu, like
You have to taste on the vessel.
it's not an interesting menu, Mo.
You know what? I'll humor Mo because we're not doing the build that he wants us to do. So at least I can eat a vessel.
Okay.
Niko,
back,
this is terrible. This is terrible parenting.
back to things betwixt.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that's right. Well, let's,
Says
I
the
might as-
person who grows hot peppers like they are their
I might as well just
children,
level up a couple
and
times
also
first, right?
eats hot pepper
Yeah.
flakes by hand.
Don't.
talk to me about
Okay, so these
good
don't actually
parenting.
matter. I'll just dump them there.
What does pepper flake consumption have to? What?
Because you're growing them and eating them.
But I'm growing the plants, not like the.
They got
I'm not
this.
eating the plant
Where
part.
do you think the flake comes from?
It comes from the fruit of the plant, not from the plant.
You're not growing the fruit?
I mean, it's a byproduct of.
It's
You're
one
saying
way
the
to talk
peppers
about.
are an accident.
I'm not eating my children. I'm eating my children's children.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello,
my
ladies.
My child, you were a byproduct.
Nico,
What?
Nico, I can't. That we needed to. No, can we rewind that so we can do the sitcom ooh, We gotta really make it official.
Talk to her.
All right. Well, no, I was. All right. Let's talk to her.
You will lose your soul. Wow, nice Undertale reference.
Wish to start all over again?
Apparently.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Let's. Of course not. Get out of here.
It's been 1 week since we looked at thine face.
All right, so we want to get our int back up to 50, adaptability to 27. We need to get strength
I
and
have,
dex a
I have
little
a
bit higher.
picture. I took
Okay.
a screenshot.
I'm basically just going to have. I'm going to take 6 points out of vigor, and they're all going to go in strength and dex. So my vigor is going to end up at 27. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Still, do you?
All right, let's chomp down on this soul vessel.
Take a sip.
But we don't eat it. See, we kneel down and we give it to them.
Oh.
So they make soup out of it or something.
Yeah, they
this
cook it
actually
up.
has the old and the new. That's nice. This is good UI. Good UI design. Okay. So this up to 50.
Yep. And
Just
the number
hold
will turn-
right.
Yep.
What if we put it to 60?
No.
One of the options I was looking at that I did not propose was if you get 2 smelter demon souls and 60 strength, you can dual wield and power stance 2 of the smelter demon swords. It's very stupid.
All right, there's our build. We're losing 100 health, but honestly, 100 health is not the end of the world. And
we're gonna get more levels as we go through the rest of the DLC, so
yeah. Okay.
we'll be back up to 30 in no time.
Consume that soul vessel.
Nom 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 nom.
Yep, that's the sound it makes.
See, note that we don't play like a consumption animation. We just give it to them.
Yeah, they eat it.
But that's like
They
the
eat
classic,
it.
like in Bloodborne, right? You don't really see an animation of chomping down on the umbilical cord, but you know it's what's happening.
But you still play like a consumption animation.
Oh my god. That's a good look. That is an extremely good look.
Oh, Carla.
That is stuff we can get from Navlin. That's the other witch's hat that we don't really have the stats for.
I was just very impressed by the fashion.
So
Okay,
the
so now we
Moonlight
need to go see
Greatsword is,
which one of the NPCs? Ornifex?
That is like the one thing I did not pay attention to.
Artifacts.
I'll start going to Ornifex, I guess, and then. if
Good
that's
news,
wrong-
it was Ornifex. So
Okay.
go to the bonfire we just unlocked.
Strayed wishes he could give us a Moonlight Greatsword.
Also, fuck Strayed.
Strayed has more of the spells than she does, but not all of them. Is kind of the split.
All right, it's
But also,
in here,
yeah,
right?
he's go in
Straight-
there.
Strayed has
Uh-oh.
book recommendations, and Ornifex has cool shit.
Is this gonna
you
be a
know?
problem?
Guthrie is gonna follow you in here, so we're gonna need to murder him.
Okay, I'm just gonna die.
Oh no! Why? Why would? Ah!
What do you mean, why, That's a dead end with an NPC in it. Is Niko supposed to back up?
I mean, if I had been smart, I would have had a torch out, but now that door's probably destroyed, so...
that one might come back.
Okay. Alright, so we need to find Bowman Guthrie. Yep, that door's back.
He comes out right here. Like, there's nowhere to... It's not a hunt.
I thought the thing didn't blow up unless you hit it. I guess not.
Gosh, this is a rough one for Peregrine. I'm glad I opted out tonight. It's just like wandering around.
Oh,
I might do some in a bit and just catch up. Just
Don't
like
you
50.
dare! Do not! Ah!
Oh, yeah.
I don't have anything to lose now. I lost my souls, so...
Don't die on me!
Can't rush this. It's...
Peregrine's like in a soap opera.
Did you have like 90,000 souls?
No, I spent 40,000 or 80,000 and got 2 levels. I lost like 15,000 or something. I don't know, something like that. I'll just pick up my 0. Oh, I had 320. There you go. Okay. Now I can come over here and I can murder this guy. Oh, there's Bowman Guthrie. Okay. Can I get up to you?
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to kill Bowman Guthrie while
the
he's
wizard
shooting
won't
me.
follow you down. So if you can get rid of Guthrie and clear out the spiders, we're all right.
Oh, I don't know what just hit me. Crossbows, I guess.
Yeah,
oh, I got
crossbow
petrified.
And a couple
No, I got
spells,
petrified.
Like, oh, that's what it was. I wasn't.
I don't know what petrified me. Maybe standing in the sand.
There's basilisks around, so let's maybe take this a little slower instead of running out of the door and aggroing literally everybody.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put my staff on. It's funny that this is the harder part of between killing the boss and getting the weapon. Oh, there's the basilisk. Okay. Let's take care of you, so I don't get petrified again. Do that. Go in here. Oh, this is perfect. Come in here. Come in here. I'll fight you in here.
Anybody been playing anything fun, good, bad, whatever recently?
Playing, no, but I'm really looking forward to finally getting hopelessly addicted to Slay the Spire, which is out on Switch now.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it quite yet because I need to wait for some stuff outside of my control, but once I do have it, which should be next week.
That's one just because I have enough games right now. I don't feel like double buying it at the moment. But like next time I take a trip anywhere, that's gonna be the like treat myself buy.
I want to get what is it? Gato Roboto?
Oh, I want to get Time Spinner.
Yeah, that too.
Time Spinner just seems super cool, and I might actually buy that before Slay the Spire. Because
What
I
if,
still have SteamWorld
Symphony
Quest
of the
to
Night
play.
but gay is a very or gayer, I suppose I should say in Sophie's case, is a very powerful pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh,
Gay or
fell off.
anti-fascist, I think, or anti-capitalist, something like that.
just
Anti
got
one
a
of the things that I'm also
Zweehänder off
anti.
of random enemy. That's cool, I guess.
I've been playing a lot of Dauntless, which is the mindless Kingdom of Amalur, but Monster Hunter game I didn't know I wanted and needed.
I finally saw some video of that the other day and was surprised at how, like, World of Warcraft, the art style felt in the hub world. Or in the hub
Extremely
town.
World of Warcraft. Extremely feels like a MMO from like 10 years ago, but like in a good way.
Yeah, like it's charming. I don't mean that as like a
Yeah.
bad thing.
Well, I mean,
It's just it's very
you know,
bright and
Kingdoms
colorful
of
and
Amalur
blocky.
is similarly like, I don't know if any of y'all played that game, but it's
Trade.
very much like a, you know, mid 2000s Xbox 360 like open world game that like
First row. Should be.
but
Oh, very first. I just like walked right off of it without looking. All right.
Just from the icon, I thought that was the Pursuer one, but I guess you get that from Strayed. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and I have been also played a little bit of, well, not a little bit, I played a bunch of
Wait. Old Pale Drake Soul?
Yeah, that's Freya drops their own soul in NG. They drop the dragon that is in that cave that they ate. They drop the
Oh, okay.
Soul of the Ineffable. Ah.
But then why does this have trade?
Oh, the first
Oh,
one's
there it goes.
free.
Okay, I must have hit no accidentally.
yeah. I thought you noticed that. It defaults to no.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and then go back into her menu and reinforce that thing all the way up. It'll be with the greatsword, so it should be up.
there it is. Okay,
Um,
one petrified bone.
It's going to be like 10 total, like most stuff.
Yeah. We'll need to pop a soul to get the last one. Need 2K.
We should also go visit McDuff once we're done with
Okay.
because
what was the other thing?
Ornifex can't infuse it for us. We're going to do that too.
I also have been playing some Void Bastards, which is fun.
That looks really good. I want to get that eventually.
But like it's funny, like I got decently far in it, but the draw to go back isn't super there. Maybe I just played a lot of it too quick. And I'm just more into Dauntless as like a kind of like unwinding game. And Outer Wilds, which I'm very
Yeah,
early
Outer
in.
Wilds I've been sitting on, and like every night I'm like, maybe tonight I'll start Outer Wilds, and then some bullshit comes up, and then I don't.
Right?
But,
Like I want to sit down with
yeah.
Yeah.
time and focus and like
I don't want to be like
mental
falling
space for
asleep
it.
the
The-
first time I start that game.
I
Sure.
played
I don't want to be
the-
falling asleep at any point during that game. Like
I
it's,
don't want to close my eyes.
I I played the like the student project version of that game that won an IGF award like 4 years ago.
yeah.
And I have seen enough of the new like super polished blown up version of it that I had to kind of stop looking at stuff because did any of you play like the student version of Octodad?
No.
Okay, so
I haven't played any version of Octodad.
well, you should play Octodad sometime. But the
Okay.
student version of that was basically like the first level or two.
I prefer Octodad Traveler.
I would also play Octodad Traveler. That would also be amazing. Yeah. We
I need
want
souls.
the faint. Yeah, that first one with the faint stone. But so the early version of Octodad was kind of not just janky in the way that they intended it to be janky, because that's kind of the part of the thing of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But also just like it's a student project, you know?
Yeah.
And they kind of like super polished it up and put in a bunch of new levels and stuff for the final version. And it sort of became clear to me after watching like, not that one.
Yeah, I was just comparing the differences. So this one will do magic, like it reduces the magic damage that it does, but it increases the scaling?
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Wait,
I don't know why it's tuned that way, but we will get more out of the scaling than we lost.
It's not showing that in the...
No, it is. It only shows you the base damage.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
we're taking lower base damage, but significantly better scaling because we have.
Maybe it's because it's not. Maybe because I don't have it equipped. Let's equip it and see.
Well, we can check what the plus looks like when we equip it. So it should be 380 base.
Up in the swords.
I really just should take a bunch of these
down,
swords
down.
and drop them,
Yeah,
drop
like
them in the
column.
bank.
Three
Yep, there it
rows
is.
down.
Okay. Oh yeah, so
380. Oh, I
380
see,
plus
I see,
147, and then
So we'll get like
Yeah,
a plus...
Yeah, like we're not going to
300
be
or
able to see the. We can undo the infusion if I'm wrong about this, but
no, I believe you. I just
Assuming
it's
you've
weird
checked
that.
a wiki chart.
Okay. All right. Well. Infuse.
Sip. Slurp.
And if we ever come up against something that's like really resistant to magic damage, then we can always pull out our falchion. Falchion.
It's true.
That looks so good. Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Not-
so let's look at our numbers. Oh,
235.
yeah. See, it's almost 100 better, so that we gained 30 extra attack rating.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
We lost 80 base damage, but gained like 90 something. Anyway, last thing we should do while we're here, let's light Macduff's torch for him.
His torch.
Yeah, there's like a little torch over by the. He keeps
this?
saying "flame, dear flame." Let's give him his torch, his flame back. We do need to sit down though to reload.
To advance time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outer Wilds is also a game like I'm conflicted because I feel like it would be something that is like, and I streamed the first like hour and a half or like hour of it basically, but not even because mostly I was just like poking around being like a dingus and not super playing the game for a lot of that time, just like picking everything up, doing everything. But I feel like it's such a good game to like experience with people, but at the same time like don't want to spoil stuff. So it's weird. I haven't had that feeling with the game since I've started streaming. So
yeah, having to wait for it to get to a platform that I can play it on is kind of killing me, but I'll live.
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Xbox I at really... least have that like teaser experience.
Yeah, speaking of killing things, like Xbox is kind of crushing it with like exclusives on Game Pass recently.
Yeah, the announcement that I can't even use this.
It's
like
20 strength. It's
yeah.
It's the hammer from the first game.
my
Andre's hammer,
sort
not
of
the big one.
My sort of prediction for E3 and Xbox was that they were just going to say that like going forward, all new games in Game Pass will just be on both Xbox and PC, and so I'm kind of shocked that they just made a separate subscription. So So I'm glad that they're doing more for PC players. And I think that was
there's a
sorta
separate
needed.
subscription?
Yeah, that got announced like I don't know how many weeks ago it will be by the time this airs.
Oh,
but
jeez. I gotta make sure that I'm not on the wrong Game Pass subscription then.
All right,
like
we're
I
all
was
good
signed
here,
up
right?
Publisher thing.
For like the Forza, like I signed up for it literally so I could play Forza for like $10 or whatever. So
Is there anything else we should do before heading back to DLC land and trying out our new toy?
No, other than switching our items around because our staff is still in our right hand.
Okay, well let's just head out there and we'll fix that once we're there.
Yeah, other than that, we're good to go. We have our big new toy.
Is it Brume Tower or is it Brume Tower? Oh, another Moonlit Greatsword.
It is
That's
Brume
nice.
Tower as far as
Brume.
I've ever heard anybody say.
Okay.
Well, it's creme brulee, so it's probably.
It could be Brume. The Brume Tower.
But that's like saying like it's chocolate, so bocolate is probably a word. Like what?
Well, but Mo,
Like,
it's,
how does
it's
that logic
guff, so it's
remotely-
smuff, so...
It's not though. It's smog. First of all,
Smog only has a base damage of like 40 or 60, and I'm pretty sure.
Real quick, before we
It's
go
harder.
forward, Niko, let's just, try the moveset a little bit, and then also I wanted to... Yeah, so notice that takes up durability. We can probably do that like 8 or 10 times. We can put on the bracing knuckle ring to make that less costly, but really we should
that's not
just
a
be
bad
using
idea.
the swings.
But sometimes you got to send out a cool laser beam.
Yeah,
Right?
I would take the swings and keep the poise ring, but you do what is in your heart.
I could dump the dragon ring.
No, that one's
No.
doing a lot for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the Chloranthy ring is probably what
I've also got
before.
repair still equipped, so like I can
That
just
is
be
also
like
true. The other thing I wanted
Bob.
to remind you of was the description of the wedges that we found at the back at the start of the zone, which we did read, but since it was at the end of the episode, I just want to
destroys an ashen idol. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to.
Okay.
Other than that, let's go visit this
Let's check it out.
this ridiculous
Yeah,
layer
I've been-
cake of a zone.
I've been really impressed by the library of games that have been coming to Game Pass, and hello. That seems bad. Okay.
And you've got a new sword that can hit at a distance.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Examine. Use smelter wedge.
They who smelt it. Dealt it.
Okay, Soul of Dahlia, Bride of Ash. Let's check
Oh.
that one out.
Ashwife.
It'll be the end of it. Yep.
That's Alana.
Nope, that was it.
What? I thought Alana was the boss
No,
that we
that's-
fought in the
No,
last
it's at the
DLC.
Sorry, it's at the end. It should be all the way at the end.
All the way at the end.
Alana
Oh.
is my.
Yeah, and
my
see
girlfriend.
why I got confused because they have the same icon. Like
A small fragment of a soul. Soul of Nadalia, Bride of Ash, who renounced her flesh and wandered Brume Tower. When Nadalia came to this land, the king she sought was no longer there. Dispirited, she forsook her own soul and clung to the heirlooms of the old king. This is only a fragment of a soul, so I'm going to have to do that multiple times. Okay. Listen, I feel like Brume Tower, like, if it's not shaped like a giant broom, then they fucked up, you know?
well, we don't know. This might be the like shaft of the broom, and the actual brush part is long gone. We can't tell.
You know
Like,
why
this
they
is
call it
kinda
Broom
broken,
Tower?
right?
Because it'll sweep you off your feet.
I like this zone, but that's maybe giving it a little too much credit.
I'm just saying, give Nadalia a chance.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yep, no, that. Hey, I don't see.
Maybe I'm gonna go here instead.
Oh, that's. You might want to get that.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta take care of an old growth, okay?
You can't just like soak it in Epsom salts. Maybe that's what you do for going hollow. You don't use a human effigy. You just take a nice warm bath in some Epsom salts, and you're fine.
I don't know. And if that's the case, then I'm just.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a lot of damage.
How do you do so much? God, I'm so annoyed. I like did not do anything even remotely close to that damage when I did this stupid zone.
Oh, Paragon's build was trash.
I did the last time I came
so
through here,
sad.
but I was doing it on NG Plus because I fucked up part of my plan for my platinum stuff, and ended up having to do this entire DLC later than I would have intended.
I definitely was like not. I didn't really understand how Dark Souls worked. I thought it was like a game where you picked a weapon and stuck with it because like learning new movesets was a liability, and I don't think it was until I played Dark Souls 3 that I like really keyed into the fact that you can trade up to a better weapon that is like slightly different in better ways. So yeah, Dark Souls 2, there's a reason I had a hard time with it.
Well,
This was where I was using like poison strats to like slowly kill things over time instead of just like, you know, getting
that's
a better
more of
weapon.
a like.
If only there was a
PvP
way to
thing.
get stronger reliably.
In a fun way, though.
Makes you think.
Well, I don't think Mo knows how to have fun, so that's a little unfair to bring up as a.
I know how to
Wow.
fun just fine, thank you.
Can I get just a quick temperature check of the room on the veracity of Mo's statement just then? Can we just?
Not to
Sounds fake to me.
centrist it up in here, but I would agree that Mo knows how to have fun, just not in this game.
Mo has known how to have
I'm being
fun
mean,
before.
actually.
Sorry, just as a reminder for our viewers.
Most choices as far as aesthetic heavy lifestyle are.
Listen, I'm not
Which
out
is
here on the third DLC like struggling my ass down the road with poison daggers. So
Mo,
I think I'm having more fun than Peregrine at the very least.
Wow.
Relax. Seriously.
Mo used enough aesthetics in this
Yeah.
game to pickle the damn thing, and still claims that.
Oh no. There we go.
Start rolling.
I think in this specific scenario, I was playing the game as more as intended than you were. If you were like emptying out, this isn't Sekiro. You're not meant to empty out your inventory on every boss fight. Better hit the undead giant lord with 4 poison daggers and then run around for 45 seconds and then
I'll have you know, I
Hit him
had a
with 4 more.
poison-infused Chandler's Trident, and I didn't need to use daggers. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, that's...
How often did you do the dance?
Never.
Then you fucked up.
I mean, I won't disagree
Peregrine
with
just
that.
can't win right now.
Hey, listen, only one of us is getting swole tonight.
That's true. I don't think you can count running as getting swole, but I got running this morning, so I don't need to get swole tonight.
No, that's like cardio is like tone, not
It's like the opposite of swole.
It's like how Kobe is for accuracy and Yeet is for distance. Swole is for getting huge.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeet is for distance?
Yeah,
Kobe
Y-E-E-T.
is for- accuracy and yeet is for...
Wait, so like
What?
it's I ran yeet miles plus minus Kobe? Like, is that?
No, the thing you say when somebody makes a basketball shot with ridiculous accuracy is Kobe.
Oh,
the thing you say when they
Kobe.
the thing you say when they make one from like half court is that they yeeted it. That's why.
Oh, so yeet is to Naruto as Kobe is to Sasuke.
I actually think that both of these situations are now just Stephen Curry.
Is that the Curry plant or
both hitting it accurately and from far away?
Don't you don't you dare! Oh my God! You did that
Gosh.
on purpose. Why did I give you the
How many? You're really...
You know, I have to say, for
we're
everyone
like
who's,
less than
who's
an hour
watching
in,
and never played Dark Souls and is like, it seems like dying all the time would be really frustrating. Get you someone who's gonna do push-ups and complain every time that you die, and then guess what? Dying doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Game's not too bad, not too hard.
For clarity, when I played this game, I did them myself when I died. So...
Well, you probably would have done less of them then if you didn't use poison daggers as your primary weapon. And yes, I know you used a trident, but the trident... The trident is just 3 poison daggers on a stick. So, you know.
It's a good thing we're on this malleable ash or whatever. We can just kind of roll with our big heavy sword and be fine. It's not like the hard floor where it would be impossible to roll the way that it seems like with this sword held the way that we do.
Excuse me, is there a Mo in this call?
What's this voice? And yes.
This
yes
is
and you.
Neptune, god of the sea. And I caught wind of you calling a trident 3 daggers on a stick.
How's your daughter doing?
I'll have you know,
I haven't heard
she's
from her
doing much
lately.
better
First
than
off,
3 daggers
God
on a
of the
stick.
Sea is Poseidon. Not
Neptune
Neptune.
is also the god of the sea.
He's the copycat god of the sea by some copycats.
That doesn't make him any less the god of the
He's
sea.
just Poseidon with an AKA.
I hope you
That's
remember
still a god
to
of the
check
sea,
your
like-
pipes tonight, because I'm flooding your apartment.
That is how that works.
Yep. God. I actually
Okay, I'm done
think
with my
that-
push-ups. What did I miss?
So I just finished Good Omens today.
Oh, nice.
It's good. I don't
Is it
fully
also
remember.
Omens?
It's also Omens, yes. It's the acting is extremely fun, and they, you know, I haven't read that book in 20 years, but it seems to jive with what I remember. Yeah, it was good. But I would extremely be here for like, well, I'm basically just thinking of Hades. Like, give me Hades as in the Supergiant game.
That is a pyromancy, Niko, and I know that because not just because it has fire in the name, but because the thing that I screwed up when doing the platinum for this game was that the checklist I was using to make sure that I was getting all the spells and miracles and pyromancies was from before the DLC came out and did not list any of those.
Quick question.
So I got about halfway through NG Plus and was like, wait, I should have gotten a trophy just now. Oh no.
Quick
and
question.
to get all the pyromancies, you have to do...
Can we
basically
do
the
some
same
pyromancy since we switched to the like Instagram influencer sword and not the sword that is cool and good.
Hey, that is extremely harsh. B,
Only if you agree that the game is called Pluto.
the way
we're calling it Insta these days, Mo. Get it right.
Actually, we're calling it IG these days, Niko. Get right.
nobody on this call is young enough to tell us what it's actually called. We are all at least 6 to 8 months out of date.
I'm thousands of years old.
Ugh.
Thanks, Neptune.
Actually, the new isn't the new Instagram just TikTok? Is that?
That's the new
That's me.
Vine.
That's me showing that I'm in my early 30s. But what is TikTok?
Hit or miss.
Is it just the new Vine?
It's Vine, but the video length is longer, and it's owned by a Chinese company. Those are the two differences.
Wait, how long is the video length? You cut out for a second.
I just said it's longer. I want to say it's it's like 15 or 20 seconds, I think.
Oh, so it's Twitter 2.0, but for Vine.
Well, it's Vine 2.0 for Vine. But yeah.
This is very strange.
Like shooting fish carrying barrels.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
we can try some pyromancy if we want
That
to.
one just
We'll need
blew
to
up.
put a bunch of money into upgrading the flame. The problem is that in this game, pyromancy scales off both intelligence and faith up to a certain point, and that certain point is pretty high. So we will do okay damage, but not great because our int is very high, but our faith is like 4.
Well, here's a thought. What if, in order to satisfy Mo, I put on the pyromancy flame and I use one pyromancy spell and then I call it good?
You do.
And I don't need to. Mo didn't say that I needed to be good at pyromancy. He just said I should do some pyromancy.
I would.
This is a good room to do
rather-
pyromancy in, actually.
Mm-hmm. This is the time to do it.
Yeah. See, I'm making good
What
suggestions.
the fuck?
What the fuck? What?
Is that doesn't seem normal.
That's a hack. Someone's
No,
hacking.
that's that enemy.
Oh, hello. Please walk into the fire. Okay.
Does that count as doing pyromancy?
Yeah. It's rolling.
Anyway, that thing that was hanging, it wasn't hanging from the ceiling. That was the enemy.
No, it was
putting
his
their
arm.
bow way up over their head.
It was a
Yeah.
Rayman moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody loves Rayman.
Polite of this enemy to let you just kind of climb down the ladder and not try to mess with you.
Oh, the Moonlit Greatsword backstab.
Yeah, that's so much more satisfying than the falchion.
Yeah.
It's the same animation.
You go ahead and then bonfire.
But
Yeah,
the
but it's
difference is one of
big.
them does damage.
Big with an H. Oh, hey, that's rude. Don't do that.
It's moonlit because when an enemy moons ya, the backstab does big damage. And that's lit.
You can't see me right now, but I'm shaking my head no.
I don't know if my deep exhale came through on Audible, but you know, you had a better joke there too, and it would have been like an 8 out of 10 on the bad joke scale instead of like a 30 out of 10. And
Well,
it
what can I
just-
say? The Romans changed a lot of things with language. It's been a long day.
hey, that is absolutely something you could say. Not gonna disagree with you there. In
I
the
had to do a
world
lot
of
of push-ups tonight.
In the world of sentences, that is one of them.
Just call me Poseidon at Peregrine's jokes.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's also kind of funny. Peregrine's Neptune voice is just every Monster Hunter NPC that talks. I need you to get an Andronath, please.
Something just died and gave me 2K. This isn't even an amount of.
Randy? No, I'm not gonna finish.
No. Nope.
No.
Is this like? Is there anything worth buying, or is it like? Because I'm literally at a bonfire and
what
there's
does
a
that message
fog
say?
wall. The fog wall. Well, there's been stuff about a boss ahead, so that says liar ahead, and this says are you ready, and this says confidence ahead. So.
Confidence ahead.
Yeah, it's probably not a boss. Okay.
Nope, it's just the
That
central
was the same
shaft
thing.
of the tower.
The Shulva had the same kind of format. There was a lot of fog walls that weren't bosses for a while.
Yeah, this game still does the like loading zone barrier thing with the fog doors sometimes. Looks like the power's not on.
Oh, geez. Does that mean... Am I going to have to turn on the fire, and then that's going to cause this bonfire room that's over that direction going to just be, like, an oven? Is that what's going to happen? Because, like, why else would there be 6 of those, like, bullhead things that shoot fire pointing at the bonfire?
I think you'll be fine and should worry about that later.
Okay.
I was just saying what I said because... those are definitely like elevators and stuff that you were looking at on the floor above this one.
They had gears and stuff. I realized I forgot to rest and get my spells back, so I'm going to go do that real quick.
Okay.
Also, if you didn't want to get baked, you shouldn't have wrapped your head in dough.
I'm doing Drew Scanlon face right now on that one. Just tilt my head a little bit, blink a couple times.
That looks...
Yeah, I was going to say they can't all be winners, but that would require some of them to be winners.
The phrase "they can't all be winners" doesn't preclude none of them being winners.
Oh!
I'm just remembering the like satisfaction I had watching last week's episode this week, where someone in the chat who I don't know if they knew it was pre-recorded, but every time I made a joke, they're just like, "That joke was terrible." All I'm just doing is like sitting there like, it's just gonna get worse, my friend.
See ya.
It's party time.
That's a big thing. Is there anywhere else to go on this level before I go down?
Not really.
Look like it. No, because that's a gap. And okay.
Okay, but seriously, does it not look like Icant's head is like wrapped in some sort of like croissant?
Cloth? Like wrapping?
Or like
I mean,
cheesecloth,
maybe with the Discord compression or something.
Literally just looks like a rotting egg.
Have you never had like the like taro pastries from a Chinese bakery that are like wrapped in that sort of pattern?
No.
Oh, I didn't get it off.
Yep, not quite fast enough. You're invincible in the animation, but it has to start. And if you don't go straight for the idol, they will often buff the enemies nearby.
How many push-ups?
Yeah,
Peregrine, what? How many push-ups per set tonight?
15.
How strict are these push-ups?
Not the worst.
Going all the way down and decent form, I'm assuming.
Can I like? I'm trying to think if there's a way for me to like video share or something. My form tonight is probably not great, admittedly, but.
Well, because I was telling my personal trainer about doing a set of exercise.
I mean, like, are these personal trainer level? Like,
oh no,
probably.
of course. they're I'm sure they're not, because personal trainer level is just the worst. It's like
Right. Like I'm not like holding
butt down,
the
shoulders
position.
extended,
Yeah.
toes flexed, like everything. Like push-ups are the worst when someone is making you do them perfectly. But I was telling my personal trainer about the like whole Dark Souls death, or like death in a video game, do an exercise thing, and he was like legitimately impressed that you were doing like 150 to 250 push-ups in a night.
I'll take it.
And also mentioned that, I mean, it hasn't been tonight because Niko's been dying a whole lot, but like doing a set and then taking like a 10-minute break and then doing another set is actually like a really good way to build strength, which I didn't know, which is cool.
Yeah, that's interesting because like I feel like that's a thing that you can't really do easily when you're just like, I want to work out, because then you don't want to just take that long of a break when
For
you're
sure.
in a mindset to work out. But like
Yeah.
if you're kind of just switching back and forth between multiple things, then
Yeah, he was saying
having
like,
something to
just-
fill that time is good.
Mhm.
That's
I
all
wish
way.
I wish mental health worked like that the way that physical health does.
Oh
Like
my
if I
God,
could
I
just
know.
be
Let
really
me do some
depressed
brain
for like
push-ups.
10 minutes and then take
Yeah.
a break and then be really depressed again for like 10 minutes and take a break and like, you know, build up some
Just check Twitter every 10 minutes.
Some would argue that's
have
what
bad news
that's
for
what
you about how
mindfulness
often I check
meditation
Twitter.
is. There is some would argue that.
You know, you're
not
right. I hadn't thought
necess-
about it that way.
I'm not necessarily willing to make that argument, although meditation has been beneficial to me when I've been able to like get myself to do it.
No, it totally
Because-
helps some people, which is great.
Get it? Yeah.
But for me, it's easier
Stab
to
it.
be like, yeah, I'll just run a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me just,
But yeah, I wish I could just. I wish I could just do like 10 brain squats, and then have my brain be good for like an hour. I would do so many brain squats.
So the
I will count these push-ups to give you a sense of the timing. Just so yeah.
yeah, so the soul fragment does stay there. We can't lose them.
yeah, I had
If
the
you were
second one.
gonna
I
go
also
up the
died a couple
ladder and
times.
try to like cheese them by shooting through the hole in the floor, that gets a little tedious. From
I mostly just
personal
wanted an
experience,
open time to heal.
Yeah.
But
we do need to keep going through that room though, but it'll be a lot easier now that the idol is down. This room is still kind of nasty though. You keep narrowly avoiding the barrel guys just owning you. I really hope Peregrine's counting comes through on the recording.
Did you hear it at all?
I
could
heard it.
hear
I can kind of hear it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll be audible over like the game.
you're like cranking them out, which is impressive because you're on like 170.
I very nearly hit the wall at the end.
Yeah.
Admittedly, but... Oh god. Well, speak of the devil. Okay, give me like 1 second.
You could stop, and we wouldn't know. Is the thing. If you were just like silent for 20 seconds after every death, we wouldn't know the difference. Like,
Yeah, but
It
they
true-
would know.
But
It
I would
truly is
know.
the
Yeah,
saying
exactly. Thank you.
that
Nick.
I remember I have like, this is one of my like young lad memories, is that I was like 9 at a basketball camp, and it was like 8 in the morning in the summer, and it was like it had rained the night before, so we were out in like the school field, and the grass was wet, and we were doing like jumping jacks and push-ups, and the coach who was leading the like instruction was definitely also a cop, but was like actually like a detective, but was like you know, you don't have to do these push-ups, but if you don't do them, you're only cheating yourself. And 9-year-old Mo was like,
Did this person also write that that message to the person who wrote about Sekiro?
Oh boy. That was.
Fuck, I
that was
forgot
a
to pick up my
place to
souls
stop.
too. Yeah. I forgot there was another one, and I forgot to pick my souls.
I'm switching to sit-ups. Let the record show.
But-
As long as we pick up the soul fragment, we do not really need to fight anything else in that room.
But he was like, you're only cheating yourself, and I was like, well, all right then, I'm good with that, and just didn't do the push-ups.
That would have been my response. As
I was like, I don't get it. How can you cheat yourself? And now I get it, because it's like, you're there, you might as well just fucking do it. But
I mean, that just makes them a problem for future me, and what's future me gonna do to current me? Nothing.
what is future you gonna do to current you is a question with some with some interesting implications, especially in the context of a Dark Souls game.
Woo!
Oh god, oh my god. Please heal.
Doing it. Oh,
God!
firebomb!
No,
The troll!
He's
The
up
troll!
above. But we got the soul fragment, so the big boy there with the leaky shoulder, there's a door that he starts out standing next to that we can go through.
Yeah, but I don't want to cheat myself.
We don't really need the money at this point, so we're not cheating anybody. We're just going through a room.
I'm cheating. I'm depriving myself of the joy of Peregrine getting swole.
Yeah.
There's
God.
plenty of
Peregrine's
other
gonna be so
places in
swole.
this zone to get swole. Then
Just
I think
quick,
Peregrine's mostly just going to be sore, actually.
quick update. There is a spammer on the Waypoint forums that I just want to read their
Oh, no.
spam message. It's very good and funny, and I'm gonna take out the identifiers, but it's just, if you like Vaporwave, then you should go to blank blank's blank cafe, an aesthetic design Vaporwave forum. It is a virtual cafe where music lovers can enjoy and discuss everything and anything to Vaporwave. It includes Vaporwave subgenres as well: future funk, eco jams, mallsoft, lo-fi, funderphonics, with PHs on Funder and PHs on Phonics, C-punk, synthwave, and many others! ! Period. We are a community of Vaporwave artists and well as fans. Delete spammer, but that was just one that was enjoyable.
That sounds like
for
a chill
me.
place to hang online. That also seems like it might be stealth advertising for Hypnospace Outlaw.
Yeah, that's a game I need to play still. Maybe that's what I should stream. And instead of the Outer Wilds. Ugh. Ooh, how much worse of a title is it if it's the Outer Wilds instead of just Outer Wilds?
The Outer Wilds.
It's Outer Wilds.
Imagine working for years on the full budget version of your award-winning student project, only to have everybody confuse your game when it comes out because somebody who made a great game 20 years ago announced The Outer Worlds.
Someone who made a great game 20 years ago is so much better shade than whatever aggro bullshit I was going to say about the Fallout series. So thank you for that. You saved me. You legitimately did save me from an angry moment.
Speaking of other games that people have been playing, the next big Warframe update is coming to consoles soon-ish, in the next week or so. So I'm looking forward to that. And and there was some
sick!
news
I still
today.
have like 90 hours of stuff to play before I ever get there.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah,
that's
I have
a
no
good
idea
thing.
like how much I'll be able to do
yeah.
of the new stuff, even as someone who's played like a lot in the last month and a half.
You're getting there, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
You are definitely
how much
way
how
more
much,
in than I am at this point.
How much of the plains and of the Fortuna open world space have you done? Or are you still mostly
You don't
on the
need
star
to.
map?
They were just gonna let you go. They were just gonna let you go. See, he's backing off. He doesn't want to be out here.
All right. Sorry, Mo. What was your question?
Just how much of the have you been doing, like primarily star map, or have you done any of the open world like plains?
I've done a mix.
Or
I've done a little bit of everything. The only thing I haven't really done are the like exclusively high level things.
like Eidolons.
So,
We gotta
yeah,
wait
and
till
sorties and
Joel
stuff.
finishes his move and stuff, because
Yeah.
Joel.
Well, hopefully he'll
will
be ready to play with the new update coming soon.
make it very. I mean, Joel. I think I may have told you this story privately, but so Joel, in Warframe, there in the plains of Eidolon, there are these big kind of Monster Hunter-esque, like giant energy beings, for lack of a better. There's lore, but I'm not going to get into it because I don't fully get it. But they're these big things, and they're the high-level content in the game, or were at the time that we got deep into it. And so we did a couple, and Joel like kind of was like, I'm just focusing on this one build right now. So Eidolons, you have 45 minutes of night in the plains. Eidolons come out at night. If you kill one, that's an Eidolon hunt. There are 3 that you can do sequentially in the night, and that for a while was like doing what was known as a Tridolon was the thing. Like that was the end game of that game for a while.
I very much like this term for the hat trick.
Tridolon.
Tridolon is very good.
Yeah, very good. And it was fun to do because the way they introduce, it's like the same monster but like variations on the patterns in a very smart way. But so you had to be like very good and like have like very specific builds to do the third one with a group of 4. Like this roll does this, this roll does this, this roll does this. Like any sort of raid, but like, you know, I haven't done, this is the only time I've done raiding stuff in the past, you know, literally since EverQuest. So we do a Tridolon, and we're like, oh, that was hard. I don't hear from Joel, you know, not like he fell off the face of the earth or anything, but we don't play games together for a bit, and I get a message from him, yo, I just soloed a Tridolon hunt.
That's good.
He did it with Rhino Prime with some absurd critical damage build. I actually know the build because I was like, this is absurd, but that's why I talk up Rhino Prime so much, is that it did that.
Yeah, I had to buy that one because it's vaulted, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah. All right, that was the Warframe corner.
Oh, Jesus. I did not want to be locked on there. Okay.
Kato's got the Destiny corner. We've got the Warframe corner.
Yeah. Well, and so part of the reason I brought it up was that speaking of Destiny, they just announced that cross save is coming. And so I'm really hoping that comes to Warframe soon too. And I'm sure that there's obviously some work that they need to do to make that happen, and agreements from Sony mostly, but there are a lot of PC folks in the Waypoint community who play Warframe, and we can't play with any of them.
It would be a blast to if everything got collapsed, basically.
Yeah,
I would absolutely bounce back and forth between Switch and PS4 if that was an option.
Same, honestly. Like if
yeah.
if I could like lay in bed and pop relics before I go to sleep, that would be the best thing. For people who don't know, like when you do missions, occasionally you get relics. You have to do specific missions to open the relics, and they give you like rare parts that you can
they're
either
like
build stuff off,
gotcha things,
or very controlled gotcha things. That like every relic will have
you can
like
look
one
up
of
the drop rates and
5
exactly
parts
what is in there.
Yeah, and there are standard drop rates, and you can manipulate the
There's less of a
percentages.
money component to it. Like the money stuff in Warframe is not entirely cosmetics, but largely cosmetics.
The money, the only vital money stuff in Warframe is the slots.
Yeah. Like
Everything else you can, which is like how many weapons can you hold in your inventory, or how many Warframes can you hold in your inventory.
Yeah,
everything
I was
else
just mentioning that because it's kind of a when you say gotcha, that has like connotations.
For sure. Yeah.
And Niko
There's
wasn't
no
willing to
money
say that,
connected
but
to the
yeah,
relics.
it's not.
You can sell the things you get from the relics for premium currency.
This is bad.
That's a different.
You made an interesting choice. Just
Yeah, I
running
did not
into
realize
this
a bunch of
empty
those
field.
were gonna jump out of the wall.
Peregrine is doing 3 push-ups for each of the people that killed you. It's like Murder
They've
on the
been,
Orient Express.
Should I try it? I'll try push-ups again. My
You know,
basic
sit-ups.
sit-ups.
Don't. I missed.
No,
I'm
no.
not trying to be
You
mean.
said it's been 10 minutes.
There's
Yeah,
been
get your.
dudes,
That's
dudes
definitely
popping
what
out
my
of the-
personal trainer said. He said do 250 push-ups, then wait 10 minutes,
There's been
and then do
dudes
15 more. And that last 15, that's where the gains come from. That's where you're getting those sick gains.
There's been
God.
dudes popping out of the ash like the whole time, so maybe be more suspicious.
Yeah, but not
of
the
open
I
fields.
wasn't thinking the sides would be, but okay.
Oh, they weren't
yeah,
coming
and
out of the
so-
cliff. They were coming out of the ground, like behind you.
Oh.
The ones on the cliff were the guy you kicked off a ledge, and one other one who's just like hanging out there to get you to like run over there. Anyway, Warframe stuff.
Yeah.
The thing for me is that there's kind of like the story stuff in that is really really cool. And it would be great to like do those on the PS4 with like the better visuals and 60 FPS and everything. And then, like Mo was saying, do kind of like the relaxing, mindless, repetitive stuff. Like wherever. Would be
It's worth saying just as context for this conversation, and I think Niko will back me up to a degree. But Warframe is like, for me, and it's not for me. It's not close. I don't know if it's close for Niko or if they have like other games that get here. Warframe is so far and away the best like wind down game for me that I've ever played at the end of like a long day, because it's so. It's really tactile to play. Like you can climb a lot of stuff, you can do a lot of things, but it's also just like completely like linear and just go do whatever you want to do. Like just do a thing.
I think that the one thing that maybe holds it back for me in that regard is that like sometimes I get sort of decision paralysis over the numerous things that I can do in the game.
For sure.
And like that's like especially tough when it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm just looking to kill a little bit of time before bed.
Yeah. I guess let me rephrase specifically relic popping.
Yeah, that's usually like, okay, if I have nothing better to do, I can always just like figure out which of the ones are the best to do, and do that. But like otherwise, yeah, if I have a specific goal, if I'm like, okay, I really want to farm the parts for this particular frame, or I just need this type of resource or something, like I can kind of have the activity that like is best suited for that, and then make progress towards that. Like right now, I've started like doing more of the invasions because I've been wanting to get some of the weapons that come from the clan research, and they require field drawn, which is like this resource that is you can craft it, but it's really not worthwhile. And so like the best source of it is to just do these like time limited missions will pop up, and then if you do 3 of them, then you get 3 of the resource, and that's far better than like crafting 3 of them, which takes a day and a half and a bunch of resources. So, and the biggest fuck you of that was that the blueprint to craft it wasn't even reusable. Oh fuck, where did you come from? So yeah, and it does feel like there's an endless number of things that I can just do. So like I don't feel like I'm going to run out anytime soon.
Yeah.
But not because I feel like because I was there for the story and I eventually ran out of story missions, like I would kind of say was my experience with Anthem, or because the goal was to get to max power level, and I eventually got there after a few weeks of like doing all of the weeklies, which was kind of my experience with Destiny. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. I'm done with Destiny. And like this does have the kind of infinite treadmill in both there are a bunch of different things to collect, and also there are a bunch of, you can like just slowly increase your power and ability to take on higher level things. Well, I think that's
where and I don't want to get into the like mechanics of it, but I think that's one of the reasons where Forma is a really brilliant mechanic.
Yeah,
because
it's basically prestiging one item.
Yeah, you can.
So that way you can make that item a little bit stronger.
You can prestige your favorite frame or gun or sword or whatever, to make it a little bit stronger. Like really just like marginally stronger. But if you want to do that like 8 times and just have that be like your main gun, there's like that gun will like go toe to toe with any other gun outside of like some very specific like end game scenarios, which is like a problem I had specifically with Destiny. Like I really love Destiny, but like when I was or Destiny 2, like when I was playing it at release, and I think it's what made me and Joel switch over to Warframe or like give it a try, is like we were both at like 310 or whatever the top possible like rating was at the beginning, like, and I don't like Destiny PvP, so it was like I'm rating to like maybe go from 310 to 311, or I'm just, there's nothing productive for me to do in this game.
Yeah, and then every time there's a new expansion, then like, okay, well now they bump the maximum up, so like, once
it's
again
like a
you
land
have to
rush almost
do everything again in order to get back up to the max. But for what reason? Like there's nothing in the game that even requires you to be at max. It's just maxing out for the sake of being at the cap. It never really felt satisfying or rewarding. So
yeah, and I mean in Warframe, like my favorite gun in Warframe is a gun called the Staticore. You basically are throwing like Street Fighter like Hadoukens, but you have like 50 of them to throw rapid fire, and it's a lot of fun. And some other person's favorite gun in the same slot might be like double Uzis, which is like another like very like the Axe Stiletto Primes are very good guns, but like and they play completely differently, which is something that I think Warframe does super well, is like how different a lot of the weapons feel.
Do you call the double Uzi a doozy?
No. You get banned if you call it that.
Yeah. I said the name of it. It's called the Axe Stiletto Prime.
Right. It's doozy. A toozy.
All right, we've got fog wall. We've got
we were talking about exercises for the brain, and I think Peregrine just did one.
Bonfire head. I would love a bonfire.
The singular is Uzi and the plural is Toozy.
To our right.
Would a Tuzi be 2 double Uzis? Like it's 2 people with 4 Uzis?
That would be a
Actually, we should. I'm just gonna say we should. Me personally, like I led us here, and now I would like to lead us out. For me, there is a difference about joking between alien ninja guns and like guns in America or guns in the world that actually
I respect that.
actually do harm to people. Like, and I would prefer we didn't personally.
No scorching iron scepter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Now, a scorching iron scepter.
Yeah.
That's a.
It is exactly what it sounds like, actually.
Scroll.
Nope.
Scry.
Keep going. Just tweet through it. You'll get there.
Scorching. A Skypter?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Is that a Scyther's Mega Evolution?
I don't know any of what those words mean.
Jesus Christ.
Certainly Mo knows what Scyther is.
Guess not.
Mo,
I know
you
from
were posting-
context, the way you're saying it, I know it's a Pokemon, but like I don't know anything about it other than that.
You were the one who started our evening chat asking bad questions about Detective Pikachu.
That I saw on Twitter.
That doesn't make it okay, Mo!
I wasn't the one asking the questions.
Oh my
This honestly, this is in no way a defense. It is that you are dragging the horrible things you've seen on Twitter into this conversation is not.
I wasn't
You're
dragging
right.
them
It's
into
not-
the conversation.
It's not a defense.
Can we pivot for a sec and also shout out the incredible Warframe community manager folks
Oh my God.
that do the streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, there was a moment I've been just like throwing them on my second monitor at work when I have the chance to, and like gave me some actually like really strong energy that reminded me of when Danica was on Waypoint streams, and so like it's super cool
Yeah.
to see more folks out there like doing that kind of stuff, and I can't say that there was necessarily any inspiration or reference there, but like that kind of vibe.
I can
is
say
still, like,
for sure
really
there
cool.
wasn't. It's just that's who they are as well, and it's cool that
Yeah.
there are that many people out there, like, you know, who have that energy.
Yeah, and not being like, you know, what I would consider the kind of typical Twitch streamer personality.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's no coincidence that like I say this as someone who has literally zero desire to ever go to one, like negative desire almost. But like it says something about their community that TennoCon is such like a major thing every year for them.
Yeah,
Because
for
if
sure.
they had a bad community, that wouldn't be such a positive.
Oh shit! Is this thing using Mistraven?
Oh.
Peregrine's
Are
favorite.
those feathers on its head?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we can't tell now because their head's in the wall, so.
Yeah, we found the missing link between Sekiro and the other Souls universes. It's this game. Okay, I was in here already.
So in the Dark Souls 2 canon, did Link defeat Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time?
Yes, but it didn't matter because the cycle continues forever.
The saga continues. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
Yeah, same thing.
Wu-Tang, much like Zelda, is for the children.
It's true.
ODB definitely linked the first flame.
That's true.
That's
Gosh.
Miss Raven.
How?
That is absolutely Miss Raven.
How has there not been like a ODB documentary? I know, asking that, I know how there hasn't been, but I would watch one. Arguably the
Well,
last.
that looked cool, but that didn't help us so much.
Yeah, that didn't do as much as I hoped. It looked dope as shit.
That's what boss soul weapons are for.
Move the greatsword! Move the greatsword! Move the greatsword!
I think I remember when that whole bit started, joking about how some of the longer weapon names would maybe be a problem, but apparently I was wrong.
It seemed like it did more damage when I was doing that. I don't know. I'll have to check the tape.
Well, pulled it off. Congratulations. It's a natural.
Thanks.
As I always knew it would be.
All right. Back out here.
I'm looking at my levels on the recording, and I think the reason that I keep getting quieter as the episodes go on is because I'm so winded from all of the push-ups.
Fair.
Yeah,
I'm also going to blame my bad jokes on that.
If you had started going across the chain first, I would have told you to come over here.
No, I've played these games enough to know that like the path that seems the most obvious is usually wrong. So.
Well, we do need to go across the chain, but
Yeah. First, we have to come.
if we're not going to do it in one, we need to open. So that's the bonfire right ahead of us.
Okay.
So this is
Go
the
ahead and
start
just-
of that little area, but now we
So I
don't
just
need
never
to
need to go through that
yeah.
area again.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can bait the guys with the barrels over to certain sections of the wall, blow them open, but there's stuff in there, but not really anything we care about at this point. If it becomes relevant, I will mention that we need to go do that, but
Okay. All right, it's chain time.
Chain.
I'm trying to fall off. Oh, I'm not going back for it. I'm not going back for that one either. Gorgeous view. Despair. Silence. And gorgeous view. Okay. This seems like an important mist wall.
it's fine.
This feels like it might be a boss.
Probably fine.
Nope. Still not. Okay.
Probably nothing to worry
Alright.
about. Probably totally.
I see what you're doing. What are you doing here?
The old B plus S.
Oh, that's okay.
That's what they call it.
I love these
You want some of
enemies.
this? Oh, the big jumpy.
Oh, they do more than that.
Oh!
Almost.
So
They tried.
Peregrine, it's the cursed food time of the chat. What do you have? What do you have for us? I got nothing tonight, and I didn't feel good about coming to the recording session with no with no chorus basically.
I mean, I haven't had much food thought this week. I did learn through observation of my garden that caterpillars poop a lot.
Let me
And
rephrase.
same-
What fucked up bug stuff can you tell us right now?
Well, this does become relevant.
Everybody
because there
poops,
are-
Mo. There's a whole book about it.
There
Yeah,
are like
that book
teas
is-
that you can make with like the castings of worms and like worm feces and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Is there, Alex?
Okay, we're
I'm
done.
just checking. Is there a book about that one too?
I'm sorry I couldn't hear you because my upstairs neighbor just started like vacuuming or something, and I'm just trying to figure out. I
Vacuuming
don't think
up
it's
all
coming
the
through on the
caterpillar
mic,
poop.
but
Yeah, well, but you don't. But here's the thing: don't vacuum it up. It's great fertilizer. But so I was documenting, like, I was
Oh.
taking a photo of the caterpillar, which like I've left undisturbed because I want it. It's it's big enough now that it's cute, and I kind of want to see what happens to it.
It's gonna become a moth that kills all your plants.
I mean, like it is, like it absolutely is. I've already pretty much determined the class of moth it is, but whatever, it's cute. So
It's okay. It'll be a nice snack later too.
As I was like photographing the caterpillar and then like the pile it had created overnight.
Pile of what?
It let one loose. It let one loose like as I was like taking the photo, and it just they're like little poppy seeds. So if you see inexplicably a bunch of little like what look like poppy seeds like covering the leaves of your plants, you know what it is. It's not a very tiny deer. It's a caterpillar.
What if it was a very tiny deer?
That would be.
I mean, the poop looks the same.
It would be cuter than a caterpillar. Do you say caterpillar or caterpillar?
Caterpillar.
Okay, good.
Who says caterpillar? Caterpillar.
Probably certain regional accents.
Caterpillar.
Sorry, Rachel, you're really cool.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye,
I love your
Rachel.
cookware and your recipe books.
So,
not really.
What was the game show where there's like 3 doors and you have to like open them and maybe you get stuff?
The dating game.
That's the
'Cause
Monty Hall problem.
That's what we're doing here.
Okay.
It was Super
Well-
Mario RPG.
So I have to pick a door, and then you have to tell me you have to open one of the other doors, and then I'm supposed to switch. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Except previous
Item
contestants
ahead, but
have,
be wary of stabbing in the back.
except
okay, I'm
previous
always
contestants have
wary of
left
that.
notes on the floor telling you which doors to pick.
Enemy ahead, and this one has nothing.
Beware
Okay.
of stabbing in the back is funny. It's like a very
Yeah,
good message.
You know what? If I get stabbed in the back, Peregrine's just gonna have to do push-ups. So I'm okay.
It's
Oh
true.
my god.
That door is one that we needed to open.
Caster.
Oh, I thought that said Easter.
Recollection. Oh. Not the stabbing in the back.
Oh, you got
no.
Mistravened. Oh,
I did.
I can't even be mad. It's so cool. Maybe you should get out of this tiny room.
That seems like a smart idea. Let's go around this wall here.
A wall on hinges, also known as a door.
Is that?
I thought it was called
Yeah, I
a wall.
guess so.
Or a winge.
No, definitely not that.
Well, then what is whinging?
Another word for whining, mostly used by people from England. Nope, those are torch sconces.
I thought they might be, but I didn't see anything. I guess you don't actually see a prompt when you don't have a torch out.
I mean, they are also, like, weird ones, but I'm not going to tell you what's weird about them until you find out, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's open this one because the other one said enemy ahead, so this one's got to be a good one. Oh no! All right. That's number wang. Fuck.
This is just me at the end of the recording.
Back up! Oh,
Nope. Nope.
you're going to find out what that does, and you're not going to... Well, Peregrine is not going to like it.
I think yes, it's going to involve my death. Okay, so I've opened. Oh wait, there's.
You didn't,
there's-
you didn't go through the door that boy
Here,
just
but
crawled
duo
out of.
ahead.
Yep.
Oh, there's more stuff in here.
No, the one that you just opened that a dude crawled out of.
Yeah, that was this one. There's nothing in here.
Okay.
But then there's a message for this one that says here, but duo ahead.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ah. Okay. Well, now I know what happens.
Uh-huh. There is another
Damaged his friend,
interaction
too.
that you, yeah, there, now you've seen the other interaction.
Oh, right.
Kind of fast now, too. Uh-oh.
So,
Oh,
if they get,
and now that's on fire.
Yep. Now you've seen all the special stuff in this area. So,
Yeah, they look kind of like oily torches.
the
covered in-
explodey guys, they will detonate if their health gets below a certain point, or once they've been lit on fire if they're close to you. So the lighting them on fire is kind of a good thing, because you can get rid of them faster. But you have to be careful. But so you can light all the sconces.
Are you saying
and
that
then bait
playing
them
with
into
fire is a bad idea?
You might get burned.
I wish I could remember the Dragon's Dogma line about ill-liking fire, but I can't right now.
About what?
Ill-liking fire. The pawns say it about like wolves. Ill likes flame.
Big door.
I think it's
What
a
literally just wolves
scorching-
ill like flame.
That's why you get a fever when you're sick. It's because ill likes
Party time.
flame. Heating up!
Oh boy.
He's on fire! From downtown!
I didn't know that I didn't
Oh, boy.
need.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why?
You got to the end of the area and you goofed it. In that room is the thing we are here to collect.
Yes, that it I could tell.
So let's do that again.
Yeah. I think we have
Please
still have
don't.
time to get that.
That'll be a good place. That'll be a good place to stop. Nope, behind you. Shortcut, remember?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which way I had to go to get to the shortcut.
Behind you.
We have about 15 minutes
nope.
left, so I don't know if we. need
It's
to do
directly in front of you.
stopping just yet.
Oh, here. Okay. Yeah, we have time.
Yeah, getting the thing from this part of the zone and applying it will be a good stopping point.
I have a guess that is what activates the giant furnace that I've been exploring the inside of. What else would you do? What else would you do with a
I mean, it's a
fire
burning
scepter?
thing plugged into the same kind of pedestal as the other one, so I don't know why you think they're related. Anyway, yeah, I think you were fine in that last part. You just kind of underestimated how many dudes were in that room.
Yeah, and
It
I
seemed
also I was hoping that more of them would explode and take each other out
That
before I
can
got back into
happen,
the
it
corner.
just didn't that time. Like, if you get lucky and can kind of get more than one of them to do that initial explosion when they're all in the room, you can basically take out almost all of them. But it needs a little bit of luck and kind of knowing which ones to shoot.
At least the explosion range doesn't seem to be huge.
No, it's
So,
not. It's not.
Like one dodge
ridiculous.
roll away is pretty much good.
I really like the effect of them looking like they're glowing from the inside out.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
Okay. So I need to go back in here.
Him scream.
Come out. Anything else that folks have been playing lately?
I really like the game Jump Grid for, I don't think I've talked about it on this before. It's a iOS game. I'm not sure if it's for Android as well, but it's similar to like Super Hexagon, but instead of being procedurally generated, it's handcrafted levels, and it's really cool. I'm 96% of the way done, and the last level is killing me. So, really enjoying it so far. So far being the overwhelming majority of the game.
Back up.
Yeah, so that's one.
Oh, I got so lucky from the being on the ground.
Yeah.
Drink.
I know. Just gotta get away. Okay.
Oh boy.
I think I can do the rest of spells.
Oh no.
We're fine. That one blew up.
That should be all of them, actually. Yeah,
Nope, there's one.
One or two left.
There's two.
One or two left.
Yep.
I am still not sure how you didn't die in there.
I was knocked down from something, and then that, I guess, gave me invulnerability. And I'll take it. You know what? Some days you're just blessed.
Yes, that's some days there's the jank works in your favor.
Peregrine has suffered enough. I think the game is what the game was saying.
Thank
All right. So do I just walk up and touch it?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Just grab it.
Yep.
That seems unsafe. But
Well,
okay.
It's fine.
You've been burned before.
All right. Is this a shortcut out?
In terms
It
of
is.
games, I will say
There are still enemies, though.
I have someone at work was asking about like what the appeal of esports was,
Actually, wait.
and my go-to.
Niko, just feather out. The end of this hallway drops us down to the beginning of the area, and you run back across the chain. Yeah. Like, that elevator takes us back to the start.
The start of
And
the entire
there's
zone?
no reason to come back to this part of the zone. We're done here.
Okay. Well, all right.
Um,
So yeah, tell your story, Peregrine.
yeah, my coworker was asking about esports and like what the appeal was, and I was using StarCraft 2 as an example because that's one of the first ones that got me into it, and so I've been spending a lot of time watching Scarlet matches from more recent tournaments, and I now have reinstalled StarCraft 2 against all better intuition, and so I might play some of that soon.
StarCraft 1 was my childhood. I played so much of that. That was really what got me into PC gaming, I would probably say.
And I missed the boat on it, so...
It was, this is gonna shock no one on this call. I'm garbage at StarCraft, and by extension, like all RTS games. The Blizzard game that got me into PC gaming was Diablo 1.
Yep, that tracks.
Yep.
Sparkle, is there any risk to using this? Like, should I go level
No,
up
you
first,
absolutely
or am I
have
good?
to.
I have to level up?
You have to use the Scorching Iron Scepter.
No, I mean, is like this going to spawn enemies, and should I go level up first?
It's called
No, you have to use
No,
the Scorching Iron Scepter.
It's known
got
as
it.
call it by its actual name,
Like,
which
it
is the
doesn't-
Skipter.
It would.
Sis?
The answer, if you
Skipper.
were asking if enemies were going to spawn, the answer is it doesn't matter because you have to use that item there to complete the zone. So,
Oh, I know. I was going to come back. I'm just saying that, like,
No.
I didn't want to do something and then die and then lose a bunch of souls.
nope, you turn the power
I just
on.
thought
We're
of the
good.
worst joke.
Let's, do we have enough to cash in?
Can't even say it.
I think so.
type
I think
it
we
in a
can get
minute.
one level. If not, I can get the whatever I need.
Anyway, yeah, the power's on now, so we have.
This is cool.
a
Do these
bunch of
platforms just
places
kind
to
of
go.
move constantly?
Yes, they're on a cycle.
Okay.
The elevators
well, that
in the,
seems like-
the other room are now on also.
That seems like a good, like, maybe just taking another pass through this whole area next time, because I'll have like a bunch more areas I can get to, and I won't need to try and remember where I've been and whatnot if I just come at it fresh.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, that was that's a really good stopping spot.
yeah, make
Yep.
good progress tonight. And the Moonlight Sword is working out. Dare I say, better than the Falchion.
Well, I mean, it has
As
a.
it turns
it
out.
does more
How
damage,
dare
so-
you?
Say it one more time so Peregrine in the back can hear.
Moonlit greatsword, better than a falchion.
Would you say it's the greater of those swords?
It's better than a literal random, like, common drop in the game. Cool. Real good accomplishment.
Wait, did you think I said better than the dragon tooth? Because I can't say that. I haven't used the dragon tooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's because it is better. That's why you haven't used the dragon tooth.
Bearer until
I was going to say, just because I played a bunch of StarCraft as a kid, never said I was good at it.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
but I did I did a lot of LAN parties, lugging my old desktop over to friends' houses, and played a decent amount of like 3-on-3, 4-on-4, top v bottom.
Let's get our health back up to
15-minute
30.
no rush.
Would you like to know my old BattleNet name? For when I was playing
only-
StarCraft?
Fewer
Do I have to share
underscore
mine?
swords?
What?
Less underscore swords.
No.
Oh god.
It was, that was Diablo. The Swords for Days came from Diablo 2, which required a new account because it was like 10 years later because Blizzard releases one game every decade. My StarCraft BattleNet name was Starslayer187.
Excellent.
Yep,
That's why
seems about
Day9's
right.
name is Day9. He was trying to. He needed a name to play StarCraft. And the first word that came to his mind when he was like 8 or whatever was day. But then he needed a number after it. He picked 9. There's nothing to that name beyond that.
Well, my name had a bit more to it because I'm the Star Slayer, and I'm doing 187s on all the people that I'm slaying. Except I probably like 1-2 games.
Wait,
of
are you a
StarCraft.
people slayer or a star slayer? I'm confused.
I'm a slayer. I don't know. You know, I was a young.
Stars could be
Here,
people.
let me bail you out, Mo, because my name on BattleNet when I initially started playing StarCraft was Stellar Alliance, and I thought it sounded so cool.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yep. That was a long time ago.
Gotta.
That was 20 years ago.
If you ever
Jesus
stream
fucking
like
Christ.
Stellaris or that kind of game, Niko, you need to bring it back.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for tonight's episode. Sparkle, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter as @Sparkletone and on the Waypoint Discord. And definitely not at E3.
Yes, none of us will be there. This is happening after anyway, so none of us were there. Peregrine?
You can find me skipping leg day over at twitch.tv/peregrine38, and you can find me skipping arm day over on Twitter @terrificroth.
And Mo?
You know, around.
Doing
I could
the
have
least.
sworn you were a square.
No longer doing the most.
Slaying stars over.
Twitter.com/Starslayer187, and that is
Nope, don't go there. We have no idea what's there.
STARSlayah187.
Slay a hater.
Oh my god. Let me just make sure that you should not. Hold on.
It's Twitter, so probably not.
It
I mean,
does not appear to be taken.
Does not
So-
exist.
Oh.
You know what? Time for a
Well.
rebrand. Mo Swords done well for me for the past 3 years. I've helped contribute to community and done a lot of good, but it's time for StarSlayah187. Get in the mix.
and I'm your host Niko. You can find me on Twitter at Corey D. Shaw, and you can find me doing 15 Minutes No Rush over on the Waypoint Discord. Special thanks to Mello for graciously allowing us to use his music. You can find the track Old Haunts and everything he does over at 2mellomakes.bandcamp.com. If you've missed any of our previous episodes, you can find them on my YouTube at bit.ly/NikoYouTube. we'll be back next week. God, I didn't even change it. It still says we'll be off next week for E3.
Well,
great.
You know.
Well, we won't be off next week because E3 is in the past. So see you next week right here on twitch.tv/Waypoint Community at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.
We'll be off next week for E4.
That is not funny. That is terrifying.